support runners coming from deep and at pace, and the beautiful timing of the pass. It is a fascinating matchup, and we have 14 minutes to decide it. Interesting start from France. They've gone very deep and decided not to contest their own kickoff. Just put Fiji on the back foot in terms of pressure inside their own 22. And the first touch of the ball there is from Rongetha to fire one out. That's an awkward ball though, and it just came off the post. And it's going to be a 5-metre scrum. Well, what a start for France.
Very good decision by France. Christelle Leduff looked up and saw there was no one at home in the bottom left-hand corner for Fiji, and managed to put it exactly in that spot, and then they just had Fiji on the back foot right from the off. So great decision from an experienced player.
Prime attacking opportunity now for France, and what a start with this would be if they could get an early try on the board and just plant that seed of doubt in Fiji's heads, because they have not really been tested to any great degree. A quick tap and go is from Leduff now. Can she take it back inside? She can. She's got the strength to go over. It is the first try for France, and what about that for a start, Sue?
Exactly what France needed, and it is all about Christelle Leduff. So she doesn't score that many tries, but she is pivotal to this team. Really experienced player, 15s and 7s. She realises Fiji are not going to be organised in defence because the refs just called the free kick from the scrum. Looks up, sees there's no one at home and goes over. She won't score a more important try than that on the first game of the second day. So important that France started well after how well Fiji played yesterday.
Well, they have their feet firmly in front here. 7 points to nil France inside the first 90 seconds or so. What a start that was, all from the kick-off as well, from the try scorer Leduff. So you could say she had a huge hand in her own try. Fiji, what will the response be like? We know they're capable of the sublime, but just some composure perhaps needed after a bit of a shaky start. Here is one of the players of the tournament so far, Nagasau. 15 carries, top of the stats yesterday. Was that pass forward? It looked like it from here. Rongetha has to concede, and it's a little bit of a nervous start, I have to say, from Fiji.
Yeah, and they won't have found themselves in this sort of position very often, going into the second day as such hot favourites. And we were saying in the previous game that brings a new pressure all of its own. Russia cope with that pressure really well. Interesting to see how Fiji do. France, an experienced team with lots of old, not too old, experienced heads. Christelle Leduff won't like me saying that, but the experience in that team compared to the experience that Fiji have got, and they just need to assert themselves early on.
I'm looking at Clémence Goussier, number 4 for France, standing first receiver. She's struggling with a leg injury. She got a bang there. Now let's just see if she's okay to continue here. Well, she seems to be shuffling just fine. And France in possession, and Fanny Orta, little switch from her, big tackle goes in. I tell you what, Fiji, we mentioned the flair, we mentioned the beautiful handling. They get stuck into the tackles, and they're going to have to here because France are running the ball inside the Fiji half, keeping that alive. Lovely take from Leduff. She's not the quickest, and she is going to need some help. She gets it. Lovely pass. France with the flair at the moment, and Fiji struggling to contain them inside the 22. Options both sides now for Les Bleus. Fiji trying to counter ruck, and they look like they've done a pretty good job of it, slowing the French ball down, and the pick up again. Wow, brilliant defence from Fiji. Little step, ball on the outside. France now having to defend themselves. Taken up by Nagasau. The pass doesn't go to hand, but still back for Fiji, and Rongetha over the halfway line. She's got support inside. There's the pass. Can anyone catch her? Sprint for the line, chance for Tavo. Tavo's going to score. Well, Fiji, we asked for a response, we asked where their heads were at. They've replied emphatically. 7 points to 5, a conversion to come.
And it came from the offloading game, didn't it? They just don't die with the ball, Fiji. Brilliant. Here she goes. And she's always looking, where's my support? Where's my support? And so the over-the-head basketball pass, not even an offload because she didn't get to the tackle. And Rebecca Tavo, enough gas to finish it off. What France don't do well here is cut her off. If in defence you have to carry on defending, stop that player getting closer to the posts. As it is, it's a much easier kick than it might have been for Fiji. And those extra 2 points are all important in 7.
No mistake whatsoever from Nagasau. She was instrumental in that try, and she's levelled things up. 7 points apiece, 2.5 minutes left to go, and after that strong French start. And don't forget, that Fiji try came from turnover ball against the run of play. France were looking good for a second try. 30 seconds later, and they've conceded 7 points. That's this game.
Yeah, that's 7s for you.
Absolutely. Pass out from Goussier. France just trying to gather their composure. They still have that confidence from a strong start. Mayan, who was guilty of missing that tackle, you have to say. You don't see that too often from her. Normally so solid in defence, but she won't want to see the replay of that one. And again, France at the breakdown, not getting their body positions right, going off their feet, and Fiji looking to take advantage. Nangato, big tackle goes in, and she gets the offload away, despite the fact that her feet were 2 feet off the ground. Lovely little run from Rawi. Now, 3-on-1 overlap outside. Nagasau, can she straighten? Looks for the offload on the ground. France in over the top and deservedly get the penalty, not releasing. And they waste no time. Catch your breath if you can, because we can't at the moment.
Camille Gracineau for France. 2 huge tackles in there. One of the smallest players on the pitch against these huge Fijian ball carriers. Big hand to Camille Gracineau.
Again, referee bid.
Let's have a look at this again. Another example of the French. Look at the technique, Sue.
Yeah, brilliant tackle. And then she goes and does another one just a couple of moments later. Try saving.
France have just kicked the ball forward. Handed possession back to Fiji. A dangerous ploy, but they obviously are back in their defence here. The ball's gone loose. Nagasau ships one on. Tavo looking to try and force her way up the middle. She's got 2 outside her. That pass not great, and again France in a wall of blue jerseys and trusting themselves one-on-one to make the tackles. That's gone loose and it's come back to the French. Orta picks it off the deck. Orta with the pop pass. France going for the corner. Are they in? Just they are. Tries given. Well, what about that? 15 seconds left to go, and France strike back.
And yesterday, Chris Cracknell, the Fiji coach, is talking about when you offload, it needs to be a low-risk offload. That was Fiji throwing it out of the tackle one too many times, straight into hands of France. And Camille Gracineau, minutes ago, was the hero putting the huge tackles in. This time, she's finishing off. Fanny Horta, simple pass. Gracineau gassing on the outside, past Nangato. Lovely finish from her. What a game.
What a first half of rugby in the women's quarter-finals. France obviously just in front with that try, but I tell you what, Fiji, they're not out of this game yet. We have 7 minutes left to decide it. Half time, Fiji 7, France 12.
Massive support from Fiji. We can see over here. Massive shout out to all our French supporters as well.
Et je vous jure que si on le fait, ça va marquer. Mais il faut le faire. Ok, alors on reste laissé pendant 7 minutes.
Serrez-vous, serrez-vous.
Une question, vous voulez gagner?
Oui.
Alors vous allez appliquer les consignes à la lettre, d'accord? On ne sort pas de la ligne, on ne casse pas la ligne, on est ensemble, on défend, personne ne sort de la ligne. Ni Hello, ni Camille, ni Fanny, ni Marjo, d'accord? Ensuite, vous tournez vos bassins et vous allez au bassin. Et s'il faut, on ne fait pas tomber, mais vous poussez sur vos jambes, d'accord? Ok? Et offensivement, vous faites ce que Fanny vient de vous dire, d'accord? C'est-à-dire qu'on déplace le ballon dans les espaces et après on y avance plein pot, d'accord? Et bonne gestionnaire de ballon, que ça, d'accord? 2 trucs défensifs, 1 truc offensif à penser.
Allez, on va recevoir là, allez.
Sinon il nous faut les ballons. Deuxième chose, les touches. 20 mètres, il nous faut des touches.
He said, I have a question for you. Do you want to win this game? And they all obviously said, yeah. But I mean, he just is making the point, listen, do you want this? How much do you want this? Because it is within your control now.
And sevens really hurts. You know, in this weather, this heat, you're pretty much sprinting for 7 minutes at a time. It really hurts. So you have to tell yourself, when you're lying on the floor, you've just made a huge tackle, everything's hurting, you can't breathe. You've got to just tell yourself, get off the floor, work really hard. And that's what he's saying to you. How much do you want it? How hard are you going to work? You're going to get yourself off the floor first and back into the game.
Exactly that. And Fiji trailing by 5 points. France with a brilliant first half, it has to be said, particularly in defence. They really just back themselves each time, and that one's just gone forward, and Fiji with a chance to pounce here if they can. Nagasau tries the handoff and the little dummy. Eventually the pass goes wide. It should be a try. In the corner perhaps. Beautiful run from Ravisa. She touches down And all of a sudden, within 30 seconds, we're all square.
And all came from a French error. It was really the pass that was the error. The ball goes to floor, giving Fiji the ball against a disorganised French defence. And here it is, that pass just far too low in front of Grassino. That means the defence is disorganised, and we've got the top offloader from yesterday, Nagasau. She's not going to make a mistake with her handling there, and Ravisa, plenty of time to finish. Lovely little stand-up, wasn't it? And go again.
Beautiful. And the conversion attempt. At 12 points each. Now Joy with the extras right in the corner. So an important start for Fiji. France will be disappointed, particularly after that team talk with the coach. And he asked a couple of questions of them. What have they got to respond here? Dangerous looking pass, almost an interception. Nagasau trying to read that one. Grassino swallowed up in the tackle by Ravisa. Ball at the back still there for France. Now it's a 2-on-2 here. How much have they got in the tank? Orta concedes the penalty, does not release on the ground. Fiji in, body positions low. Not taken from the mark, so we'll have to go back, but Fiji would be happy with the start they've made to the second half.
Yeah, so good in the breakdown, Fiji. France can't afford to be a microsecond late to the breakdown to look after the ball carrier. This game really on a knife edge.
Rongetha steps left, passes right. Riwai tries to take the wraparound ball. He's going to have to back her pace here. Little dummy switch and slips. Loses her footing but manages to keep the ball, more importantly. Taken up this time by Tinai. Pop pass this time from Vondo. Fiji keeping the ball alive. Here's the try score in the second half. Now, chance to run here and stretch those legs. Nangato. Across comes the French cover tackle. Fanny Orta did well just to prevent it, and she gets another one in on Nagasau right into the back, but Fiji still have possession. Tinai trying to create some space, almost an interception. It did go forward. France trying everything. That one almost came off.
France being really patient in defence. You're seeing them actually not commit too often to the tackle because they know the offload game, that you can't afford to dive into a half a tackle because it's too easy for these Fijians to offload. So we're seeing France be a little more patient than usual, not throwing themselves right up into the faces, and at the moment it's working.
Crouch. Go. Bind. Sit.
Fijian scrum, Rongetha with the feed. Fiji looking to move this. Ravisa with the pass. Again, everything Fiji trying so far. France equal to it in defence. Their discipline in their line together, all coming up as a unit. If anyone breaks that line, they leave themselves vulnerable to the space, and another chance at interception. This time it might work out for them. Mayan looking to switch play. France now with ball. Oh, they've just dropped it. With the French handling, letting them down. An advantage being played to Fiji. That was a dangerous collision in midair, and then the Fijian knock on. It's one mistake after the other. But you can see France playing that pressure game still, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it's patient defence. They're doing really well. They need to organise themselves now then. They're not looking. Fiji have the penalty. You can see France are tired. It's been a lot of hard defensive work.
Rongetha trying to break the line. Little offload to Nangato. Not one of her better passes. You get the feeling that the next score in this game is going to be crucial to deciding who goes through to the semi-final and who wants it more. Fiji happy to play inside their own half. Three-man overlap on this near side. They get it wrong. Get that over the halfway line, looking for a switch and a lovely pass back inside. Fijian flair, and it's best though the pass doesn't go to hand. And now Ledouf with a chance to launch a counter-attack. Mayan with the pass. Grassino. France with possession. There's nobody at home for Fiji in behind. It's a foot race, but if they kept it in hand here, surely that was the play. Who's going to win this race? Back there for Fiji is Riwai. Where's that ball bouncing? No. Push according to the referee, penalty against the French. Woo.
Big call from the referee there, huge call. France out on their feet from all the defending. Fiji taking a quick tap.
Nothing to separate the teams. 2 tries each, 1 conversion each, and 12 points. Another knock on, this time from a Fijian hand. We're going to have a scrum to France. This is a massive moment in the game.
Such a let-off for France there with that knock on. Yeah, there was a little push in the back. Well spotted by the referee. Very well spotted, because that was a crucial moment in the game, wasn't it? As is this. 1 minute 17 left, attacking scrum for France, who, it has to be said, with all that defending, look absolutely out on their feet.
So just to let you know that if it is all square at the end of this half, we'll go 5 minutes each way and a golden point rule in effect. France with a chance to break here. This could be the try that wins it. The little dummy soul, and there is Faliorta. What a try for France, and what a moment to do that. In fact, it's Leduff, excuse me, Christelle Leduff with her 2nd try of the game, Sue, and that could be the match winner.
What a game Christelle Leduff is having. She scored the 1st try before anyone else on her team had touched the ball. This time, when her team looked absolutely out on their feet, she's the one who stood up and scored the points. There are, however, 30 seconds left, and you cannot discount this Fiji side until the very last second. Look at that for an exuberant finish. She looks up, sees there's half a gap, can't believe her luck. What a finish, Christelle Leduff, well played.
We talked about the flair and the youth and the exuberance of Fiji. It's the wise old head, Christelle Leduff, who looks like she might have won this one for France, but as Sue said, as long as Fiji have possession, you can't write them off, and they need something here. 7 points to tie it up, a converted try. Otherwise, France are through to the semi-finals of the Cup competition here in Dubai. Did that go forward, backwards, says the referee. Play on, picked up on Nangato. They don't get that. There's the hooter. Next time the ball goes in, it'll be over. Nangato once more. Needs a bit of help. She's got 2 French defenders in front of her, so no way through there. Takes the pass, rewind. Still there for Fiji. Never say die from then. Tisolo, fresh legs. Ball loose. Can France come through and steal this? The next time they get their hands on it, that'll be it. Penalty to Fiji, offside. What a dramatic finish we have in this quarter-final. And if Fiji have a Hail Mary move, now's the time to use it.
Indeed, you've got to say, big ball carrier, offload. What else is it going to be?
Rewind. Out to Nangasao. This is Rebecca Tavo. 1 try already for her. They're trying to go through the middle, Fiji. Nangato. France again defending for their lives. Concede the penalty. Got to be careful. Don't want to go down to 6 players. Should they be yellow carded? That's 2 penalties in a row. The referee feels they're deliberately trying to stop Fiji in their tracks. Is that gone forward? France have it. If they put it out, it's game over. And they're into the semi-final. Fiji trying to wrestle the ball back. Run, get that. She's lost her footing. Put it out and it's over. It is over. Well, an upset on the form of yesterday. We did not see this coming. We mentioned, though, how dangerous France can be. And they are through soon to the semi-final. Incredible.
Brilliant performance by France. They're exhausted. They're exhausted because it was such a good defensive performance. So patient in defence. Didn't let Fiji get on top with their offloading game. Brilliant performance from Christelle Leduff.
Today is most certainly a new day, and you can't write anybody off. France with an incredible performance built on a